We made it to Friday, y'all. I got wrestling and news on in the background. The latest on Donald Trump saying there was zero threat at the Capitol, where I don't even remember how many people lost their lives. 5 or 6 people lost their lives. As a Republican, it's hard for me to, I don't know. I've already said too much because I don't like to get political, but this is just ridiculous. I've been better. I'm okay. I'm so. How are you, Art from the Heart? How's everything with you? New Georgia voting law criticized as nothing more than voter suppression. I kind of would agree with that. Art from the Heart, where are you from again? I'm not sure if you told me or not. Where are you from again? Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny. Given that our current governor was the Secretary of State before he became governor, the now Secretary of State touted the integrity of the what part of Canada? And here we are. So you mentioned the Georgia Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, who did say the election was free and fair and there was no fraud, but he also said of this law, he thinks it cries of voter suppression from those. Not a whole lot, dude. Not a whole lot, peanut butter. Living the dream. Watching the news as always, and wrestling as always. Toronto! I've always wanted to go to Toronto. That's on the list of places that I would love to travel to. Along with the Philippines and Australia and Sweden and so on and so forth. What's up, official? How are you doing, official? RM29 official. What's going on? There were lines outside the door. People waited for hours. So we can't offer them a bottle of water, and he calls that Joe! Joe's here again. That's like 3 days in a row, Joe. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's just our former president saying stupid crap as always. He was saying the assault on the Capitol was just people wanting to give cops hugs and kisses. Honestly, that man could never be president again. And I already spilled the beans. I am a Republican, but that man can never be president again. Kura, what's up? Kura, I sent you a couple of dollars the other day. Art Flow by Mo. What's up, Art Flow? What's up, Kura? I've been better. RM29 official. I've had better days than today. You and a lot of people, peanut butter. You and a lot of people. I try not to get too political on here, and I also try to tell people, like, if you're a Democrat, if you're an independent, or if you're a fellow Republican, I'm not going to shun you. I'm not going to belittle you. I'm not going to, tell you your opinion's wrong when I'm voicing my own opinion. I just try to tell everyone when it comes to politics, I just try to see whatever good I could find in people. And, even if they believe in the conspiracy theories and things of that nature, I don't hate anyone on the opposite side of politics. I like everyone, and I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and not just those that agree with some of my opinions, but those that don't agree with any of my opinions. So at the same time, though, you can't have someone who clearly does have psychological problems in Donald Trump. You can't have him be president again if he's not going to be physically and emotionally stable. It's just like the shit he says. It doesn't make any sense. And you can't have somebody running a country that does that. It is what it is. I like the new president better than the former. I'm okay. What's up, Bella? Backlang. Hello, sunshine. Yeah, I hope I could visit too. I don't like I joke around. I know I told some of you guys I have a neighbor that's a huge Trump fan. He's got tons of signs all over his house. He's got Trump flags and anti-Biden flags, and there's a couple times he was outside. And I was like, bro, fucking Trump lost. Um, you know, and then he put another sign up saying, "I don't care if you think Trump lost," which is fine. I honestly don't give a shit either way. And I was just doing that, just joking. I don't, I don't I don't take politics too serious. The only time where I do get a little serious is when we start talking about medical grade masks. And I was a hospital worker during the pandemic, so I have a different viewpoint than some people do. Brendan, I've been better. I gotta lose weight. I finally came off one of the medications that I was on. I came off it 3 days ago. It was causing more bad than good, and the doctor was like, "All right, you don't really need, this antidepressant. You're already on another antidepressant, so let's get you off this one." And it's just man, I put on a ton of weight, and I'm just kind of upset about that. I stopped the medicine 3 days ago. I've already lost 4 pounds, but I got to lose more weight. I got to get back into shape. I was on a lot of heavy antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications from what I saw working in the hospital last year. I saw people die. I saw people come out in bright orange body bags. So, that's the one side of, I guess, politics where I'm like, dude, I worked in a COVID ward. I wore the N95 mask. I never got COVID. So when people say, dude, the mask don't work, bro, just get Donald Trump's dick out of your ass for 2 seconds. No, I don't go to the gym. I'm not going anywhere near a gym till I get my second vaccination. He was on one of the riots. He told me about how he had fought for hours, literally fighting back for hours, until eventually he was overrun and just laid on the ground, separated from his team. And he thought he was going to. Hey, Ange. Hey, Minister. For about 20 or 30 minutes, it was covered in bruises from head to toe. The very next day. I don't know why I respond to your video if you don't ever seem to respond back to thumbs up, my friend. Then don't fucking follow me, Nova guy. I didn't even know you gave I didn't even know you gave me thumbs up. I don't get a notification when someone gives me a thumbs up. I'm so not in the mood for the bullshit today. Cool, Brendan. I'm good for the most part. Billy O, what's up? I'm finally off one of the antidepressants that I was on. So the weight is actually starting to come off. It's just taking forever, so it's very disheartening. Thank you. Yeah, at this point, Hicks, you could, if he's just going to talk shit to me, then yeah, you could be the GOAT. Menong official. Tapering. I already did that. So I was originally on 300 milligrams of Seroquel. Then I went down to 200, then to 150, then to 100, then to 150. Then to 50. Then I was cutting 50s in half, and then I was cutting the half in the half. So, I'm feeling better that I'm not on this medication that has more bad side effects than good side effects. I gotta lose 20 pounds. Yeah, I tapered it over like the last under a doctor's care, Zalo, for like 6 months or something like that. I'm okay, man. No, I'm okay.
It's a broad spectrum of my GOP colleagues. And you have the folks, the extreme folks, the Bo Biggses, the Andy, the Margaret Taylor Greens, the Andy Biggses of the world. Those folks.
See you then, Brendan.
I'm not going to normalize that extremism. I'm not going to normalize violent rhetoric.
My second vaccine is April 14th, and then 2 weeks after that, I'll be fully vaccinated. Then I will restart my gym membership. I also have a really nice elliptical that my uncle's got to help me put together. So I'll be doing that as well.
Certainly on my side of the aisle that isn't struggling with how to deal with that right now.
Thank you for your time today. Thank you.
Billy O, I never promised you anything.
Next, President Biden's decision to start naming and blaming the former president. And
I gave Kerr a $5 because I felt bad.
New developments in the Boulder mass shooting. What we're learning about how the alleged killer got a gun.
Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Dan. So this amino moisturizer goes beyond just soothing sensitive skin. Exactly, Dan. Common Restore Old Gel is formulated with prebiotic oat and strengthens skin's moisture barrier. I love it. Amino, healthy. It's our nature.
Joe, I cannot wait to get my second vaccine.
Look at what you've saved, what you'll need, and help you build a flexible plan for cash flow that lasts, even when you're not working, so you can go from saving to living.
I always thought it was me, that I was the reason.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I usually don't. Joe.
This doesn't feel restrictive. It feels like a true lifestyle change.
Once I understood why I was making those choices, it was easy for me to change those habits, and weight loss came naturally after that.
I've been on it for 4 months now. I've lost 27 pounds. I feel like I got my life back.
Visit new.com and lose the weight today.
What's up in there? Boy, I see. If you know me, you know I love my cars. No matter how much I love them, I know they're good.
Thank you, Joe.
And that's why I protect my
Yes, connect to Menung. He's new here.
Repairs are going to be expensive. Cars will help you get those repairs covered, so I don't have to. And they can do the same for you. That's them.
We saved over $6,000 on complete engine rebuild of our truck.
She told me, well, you got to pay for this. I said, no.
I wish I was getting my second vaccine tomorrow. I just want to get this over and done with.
Any certified mechanic can do it. Car Shield is correct.
I live in a county right now that has the highest infection rate of New York. Just my luck.
If you had to throw money away, I guess you understand. But if you're like me and millions of other people who don't want to get stuck in expensive repair bills, then call Car Shield. I trust them.
Sounds like you got a really good show, Zalo.
Car Shield covers most makes and models.
2 dubs. They were just smashing, huh? You know what's weird? Zalo, it's called doggy style, but all animals hit it from the back, even humans.
Without Car Shield, there was no way that I could afford to get my car.
Kyle, what's up? Kyle, yeah, my mom was going to tell you before, because my little brother's autistic, it's good to keep them in program and having hobbies that help them get their energy out and whatnot. But it's tough sometimes. I don't know. It should be called like all species style or something. Like frogs do it doggy style. It's not called Frogger style. I do it doggy style. And black girls do it doggy style.
Climbing ladders is too dangerous. Leaf filter puts an end to that. So how does it work? Leaf filter's 3-piece system filters out leaves and debris, letting water flow through freely.
Mormon style, yeah.
Great question. Leaf filter can be installed right on top of your existing gutter. Quick solid. Call 833-LEAF FILTER or go to getleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection and estimate.
Mormon style.
Extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to
I have East Coast style. Nova guy, what's your deal? Why are you talking shit to me? What's up, man? Bro, when you like a video, I don't get a notification for likes. Nova guy, I only get a notification when you comment. I don't get notification on likes. So if you like something and I don't know you liked it, so that's why I haven't responded to your likes, because I don't get a notification for likes. I get notifications on comments.
Then there was his first press conference yesterday.
Of course you do. Of course you do, Angie.
President Trump.
All black girls do.
Joining us now, Catherine Lucy, White House reporter with the Wall Street Journal.
Wow, Nerd TV. What's up?
Catherine, I want to start with you. You were at the press conference yesterday. Were you surprised that President Biden mentioned the former president as many times as he did? I mean, this was a White House in transition that was bragging about the fact that he wouldn't even say Trump's name.
President Biden blames former president for a variety of issues he says his administration is scrambling to address. This is a Landon Collins New York Giants jersey, and it's too big on me.
He basically refers to former President Trump as the other guy. And his White House has been very message disciplined so far. We've seen them really try and focus on their COVID response, on what they're trying to do to revive the economy, deal with the health issues related to the pandemic, and they're really trying to keep the focus on that in the early days. But what you saw yesterday was the president taking, for the first time, a big range of questions on.
It was good. It was my first time eating lobster. Didn't really know how to eat it or cook it, but now I know. What do you guys think about this border issue? All these kids coming across the border, and we have to house them. Yet when we needed the Coast Guard, not the Coast Guard, the National Guard, we told them, go lay on this concrete floor in the parking garage. Yet all these immigrants come in and we put them up in a hotel. Who's paying for that? Who's paying to put all these underage immigrants in these hotels to live in? When we treat our own people like shit and tell them to sleep in a parking garage on the floor with one bed. I agree, you know the guy.
Why do it now if he wants to move on? Why well in the last few years?
Well, I think the greatest political strategist who wasn't named Cargill was Henny Youngman, the old comic. When he asked him, how'd you like?
I just thought that was interesting when I heard that, okay, they're coming across and we're going to put them in these hotels. We're going to give them meals a day. We're going to give them soccer fields to play on. We're going to give them foster families. But when our own people need shit, we just ignore them. We want to fix everybody else's problems but our own. There's Americans starving, losing their homes and apartments, unable to get their kids to go to school, amongst other things, and we're just like, no, we'll let the immigrants from other countries who should be other countries' problems, we'll let them come here and we'll house them, we'll feed them, we'll school them, while the rest of the legal Americans, the American citizens here, are fucking fucked. While we still have 1,000 Americans dying every day, but we have to be humane. We have to let them in. And I'm not saying don't not let immigrants in. My family is from one half of my family is from Germany, the other half is from Sicily. Both my grandparents came over here with $20 in their pocket, speaking broken English. But they did it the right way. They came here legally. They came here on paper. They became a citizen. They paid taxes.
Midterm elections, they have to get points on the board. They have to right some of these situations. They have to on both immigration, but also on.
How much money do you think it's going to cost? It's got to be millions, right? Those millions could be used for our people, the people that are born and raised here, that are struggling. No, we have to fucking fight everyone's fucking problems. We have to fix everyone's problems, and we have to fight everyone's wars. Now Biden's saying, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the troops out of Afghanistan. Dude, we've been there since 2001. We got nothing accomplished.
I talked to a very senior Democrat in a state where Trump had won and then Joe Biden flipped it. And I said, what do you think the Democrats are going to do? He said, bragging and
I actually, like, Ted Cruz spoke today, and I actually agreed with a lot of shit Ted Cruz said, which is rare for me, but gotta give the devil his due. He said correct shit. Like, we want to treat people humanely. We're bringing in underage, by themselves kids. Half of them, 7% of them, are bringing in COVID-19, and they're all around each other. There's no beds, there's no rooms, everything's filled, and now we have to build 2 camps in Texas for them. Are we building camps for our own homeless? My blood pressure's going to go up soon. Are we building camps for our own homeless? Are we housing them? Are we feeding them? Are we bringing families to them? No.
Infrastructure and blame Trump. It's not a bumper sticker. Paul McGalley, thank you both very much for being with us. Next, an update from Boulder.
I have a best friend who calls me his little brother, and he got shot in his side under his armpit in Afghanistan, and he almost died, and he received the Purple Heart, and he doesn't get any recognition for it. Immigrants get more recognition than he does. Immigrants get more support than he does, and he was a Marine for 8 years. What are you talking about, Kyle? Listen, China, in my opinion, I got to be careful how I say it because I don't want to get in trouble. But in my opinion, I think China lied about a bunch of shit. Kura, I already sent you a couple of dollars. I saw that food there is only like $1. So I sent you a couple of dollars.
Out here, we know you're ready for a fresh start in a new season. We're gardeners digging the fresh ground. When landowners need a little horsepower, get property looking its best. And when taking care of pets and animals gives us new purpose. Out here, 42,000 of us in over 1,900 Tractor Supply stores are here to help with homegrown know-how and everything you need for spring. And with the services that make shopping easier than ever. Tractor Supply, everything for your life out here.
It was a life-changing moment for me. I had no idea that my grandfather was a federal...
Nova Guy, did you hear what I said before? When you like my videos, I don't get a notification from that. So I have no idea who's liking or disliking my videos. I only get a notification if you comment. Kiss my ass, Angie. I see, Kyle, I see. Yeah, man, I don't know what you were talking about before, Nova Guy. You were like getting mad at me over some shit. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, I try to respond to everybody's comments. Oh, yes, you were being so nice, Angie. Aldo, what's up? Andy from Toy Story. Do you guys see all the new commercials with renewable energy now? Like the National Grid's coming out with like all these commercials with solar power panels and windmills and oh, it's clean energy, blah 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 blah.
I'm Jessica Dean on Capitol Hill, and this.
Yeah, but Canada has one of the lowest infection rates. New York's very high, and the United States still has like 7 million people infected, and there was like 80 infections today. I'll look it up right now how many infections we had today. I know. I'm thrilled about it. I'm thrilled about it, Zalo. Cheryl little vlogs in Japan. Why do they do that? Why do they ask me for money? And why do they all have the same excuse? Their baby needs milk. Is that some kind of scam? Because I gave one of them $5 because I felt bad. Kakasau TV, my New York brother, my fellow New Yorker. You see the numbers are like still shitty, Kawasaki TV in New York. We still have a high COVID infection rate.
The background check was conducted by the gun shop, and there simply was nothing that prevented him from purchasing this weapon, John. Important to note. What are investigators saying about the alleged shooter's motive?
Ah, fuck. Well, I gave one of them $5 on PayPal.
The police chief here called haunting.
That's what I get for being a nice guy. That still happens to me like in my private life. When I walk to the deli or 7-Eleven, there's always some homeless person there saying, I need $5. I'm poor. I'm hungry. I need drugs. I shouldn't say drugs, but some of them are drugs.
So the district attorney were also told plans on filing more charges against the shooter. What kind of charges? Well, I mentioned how police officers were taking on all that gunfire. Well, because of that, the prosecutors feel that they will be able to put on additional attempted murder charges. So far, this suspect is facing 10 counts of murder and 11 charges.
73,861 cases of COVID-19 today. I bet you Canada has a really, really low number compared to us. I usually do that. Yeah, then we got to kick a couple of people out of here then, because I'm not about to deal with that.
Just ahead, a controversial theory about the origins of the coronavirus now publicly endorsed by the former director of the CDC.
Canada only had 5,093 cases.
And a new 1-hour special that is airing Sunday night.
Hey, Ava, how's my bracket looking?
I gotta go back and I gotta ban a couple of people. Scroll up in this chat real quick. I don't mind helping people, but like, if you try to scam me, then all bets are off. I don't play that shit. If you need help, I'll help you, but if you're gonna lie, then Yeah, I do that sometimes too, Alves.
Great question. Leaf filter can be installed right on top of your existing gutters. Quick zone, call 833-LEAF-FILTER or go to getleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection and estimate. Seems about right. Your guys in trombone, and I brought you there.
Where's the water?
Yeah, it's pinned.
Rope swing.
Uh.
Got a cocktail. Or something like the Sam Adams in the great outdoors. Hey, anybody want to trade tents?
I appreciate you, vlogs in Japan. I appreciate you letting me know. I was wondering why they all said the same thing, though. Like, my baby needs milk. I'm like, how much is milk in Philippines? No, I don't have Facebook. I don't have any social media. I have family in Japan somewhere. Downtown Japan, my cousins and my uncle and my aunt live. My uncle teaches English to Japanese college students. I appreciate Nova Guy when he doesn't get mad at me for no reason. Kura says, Cheryl's vlog, me food, my baby, not money, please. Shout out to Brazil. Brazil's having a tough time with the coronavirus. Yeah, Bakura, I gave you money yesterday and you came back asking for more. So
I've always focused on my career, but when we found out our son had autism, his future became my focus. Last year,
think positive, Alves. Think positive.
so we turned that time into a business. And building it with my son has been my dream job.
You get grumpy with age.
At Northwestern Mutual, our program of financial planning helps you with your
Brendan, I'm not even going to go there.
Find a Northwestern Mutual advisor at nm.com.
Ready, set, go. It's big in a larger than life SUV from GMC. The GMC ADM Terrain in only Yukon. Current eligible GMC lessees can get this low mileage lease on this all-wheel drive KBF SUV for around $199 per month. Visit Van Buren GMC at Garden City Park.
John Harwood at the White House, and this is CNN.
The thing with Brazil is you guys have your own. Oh shit, Alberta. The thing with Brazil is you guys have your own variant that's more deadly and more contagious. Without evidence, former CDC chief says he thinks COVID began in a Chinese lab earlier than believed. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I'm learning the hard way, Brendan. But so far, the majority of people in here are good, so.
Virus started transmitting somewhere in September, October, and Wuhan. September, October. That's my own opinion. I'm allowed to have opinions now. You know, I am of the point of view.
No problem, Shova. I'm trying to get you to come to New York. I'm trying to get you to. I like both. I read the book and I watched the movie twice. A jacket is what Filipinos call moderator, Kyle. Kyle, but back to your son. I think finding things to keep him busy, like hockey. My brother has autism, and when he reads or when he does puzzles or arts and crafts, he's very mellow, he's very calm and concentrated. And I think that's the key with a young autistic man is to keep them busy and keep them busy with things that are hands-on.
For the first time, the former CDC director is stating publicly he believes this pandemic started months earlier than we knew.
Master John, what's up?
Out of the wet market.
Yeah, it's not a term for moderator, Zalo. I'm learning it. I'm learning everything the hard way.
That's not implying
It's all good.
You know, it's my opinion, right? But I am a virologist. I have spent my life in virology. I do not believe this somehow.
I can't get a girlfriend either, Brendan, so don't feel bad.
And at that moment in time, the virus came to the human, became one of the most infectious viruses that we know in humanity for human transmission. Normally, when a pathogen goes from a zoonosis to human, it takes a while for it to figure out how to become more and more efficient in human transmission. I just don't think this is logical.
So in the lab, do you think that process of becoming more efficient happened? Is that what you were suggesting?
Yeah, let's just say I have coronavirus that I'm working on. Most of us in the lab, we're trying to grow virus. We try to help make it grow better and better and better and better.
I think the former CDC chief is right. The coronavirus probably came from that lab.
Sanjay, this is a big deal. It's a big deal to hear this from the former CDC director. Now, Dr. Redfield said he doesn't necessarily think the
I wish I was in that kind of relationship, Alves.
intentionally. He
The Mountain Dew tastes like Sprite.
Well, it likely would have
Kevin, what's up, Kevin?
a lab worker, either inside that person's body or even those concerned about whether it carried on surfaces. We're not sure, but that sort of thing does happen, John. It's happened in labs in China. It's happened
Yeah, Mountain Dew kind of
there was the Tulane primate lab back in
tastes like Sprite.
2014.
The CDC is an agency in the U.S. It's called Center for Disease Control.
Theory has been out there for some time. And I got to tell you, John, I wasn't so surprised at what Dr. Redfield said because the theory's been out there.
I don't think it was that, Kyle.
CDC director,
I'm no doctor. I just think that I think there's other coronaviruses out there that aren't as transmittable as the one that's out now, and then the variants. It's just my opinion. I'm not here spreading false rhetoric. I think someone was working in the lab, doing testing, and developing a virus that was incredibly effective and incredibly contagious to human beings. They were doing science and they were manipulating it, and it got out. Maybe an employee got infected, didn't know, passed it on. There's just, how do I say this without getting in trouble? There's research out there. Oh, she was scamming, Katsuwa TV. She was scamming. She was asking for money. I don't play that, Katsuwa TV. I help people when I can, but if you're just going to come in here and constantly ask me for money and give me, like, a false story, no. I'm not the Bank of America.
It's tough. I mean, one thing you go back and look at some of those brilliant people within that lab.
Yeah, I don't think it was the meat markets though. I think. All right, so there's research out there without getting myself into trouble with YouTube. There's research out there that's already come out, that's already been proven that this lab was already in trouble with violations and safety issues several years ago. And they were warned that they need to, they need to follow the policies. They need to follow the health and safety rules, and they weren't.
I have to say, this is really interesting stuff. This special will make a big difference. They need to watch. COVID war, the pandemic, doctors speak out.
I have a different opinion with China right now because I've watched people die from this virus that came from China. I've seen 56 people lose their life to this. And it's alleged that China knew about this months in advance because they were already stockpiling masks, gown, N95, PPE. They could have given every other country a heads up, a 60 days heads up. If the professionals are saying it's true that this actually was starting in September and October. I don't think it came from a meat. I don't think it came from a meat market. I don't think it came from a bat. Interesting, Brennan. I think that this was being worked on by top-tier scientists. They implemented something in this virus strain that makes humans more susceptible. They were studying it. Maybe one of the workers got sick. Yeah, but Brazil has pretty women. Oh, man, no. She got you, Kakosao TV. She got you. Yeah, I just learned today that this is what some women do up on here. They give you a sob story to get money. Yeah, I mean, it could have been a test animal, a lab test animal. It could have been a blood specimen that they were working on, and somehow someone got infected and passed it on and passed it on, passed it on. But I don't know. This shit should have never happened. And people forget this is SARS-CoV-2. There was a SARS outbreak from China in 2004. So this isn't the first time they did this bullshit.
Introducing Schwab Intelligent Income.
See you Monday, Brennan.
Pay yourself in your portfolio.
That's cool. I mean, we don't have that.
Schwab, a modern.
And I've dealt with a lot of problems of my own caused by this. I developed insomnia. I was depressed. I was having panic attacks. I was having shake attacks where my body would shake out of fear because I worked on a COVID floor. And then people are like, oh, it's not real. I watched the morgue fill up in the hospital, and I watched 3 freezer trucks come and park into my job's parking lot to store dead bodies of people that died from COVID. It's frustrating as all hell. Yeah, I mean, if people start asking me for money, that's just going to tip me off, and I'll just know to block them. I understand that to them, I'm an American, and this is a different country, but I'm not over here Mr. Moneybags, I help people when I can, but I have to help my family and myself first, and we're still going through a global pandemic. And the U.S. is the most affected right now, by far.
I'm so happy I got
Maybe for your birthday, Alves.
people would say, well, you just lie. And mom's not so bad either.
CNN special report. The pandemic doctors speak out Sunday at 9.
At the top of the hour, CNN will air a special report of trade. American communities of color. Special
Well, CNN's going to show a program
where 6 of the 8 victims
Sunday night with all the doctors
against Asian Americans as the President Biden
that worked in the Trump administration during the pandemic. So we'll see what they have to say.
Susan Rice has been helping lead the outreach to Asian American communities, highlighting not just the individual acts of violence, but the steps necessary to end these attacks on our fellow citizens. Anderson spoke with Susan Rice earlier about the
Half my relatives got COVID, and some of them, they were okay. They kicked it in a couple of days. Some, like my Uncle Ken, he was battling for quite a bit with it, and he had a lot of underlying health issues. I'm thankful he's still alive.
Well, yes, Anderson, and we have from the outset, in the first week of the administration,
Kakusawa TV. See you later, bro. Thanks for being here, man.
instructing his government to acknowledge and to root out anti-Asian bias and xenophobia, and to combat hate crimes against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, which have been.
I'm just thankful at this point.
Over the course of the last year.
Even my relatives that got infected during the holiday season, they're either vaccinated or getting vaccinated. My relatives who didn't get COVID are either fully vaccinated with the vaccine or about to be. My mom's getting her second shot next week. I can't wait. I can't wait for her to be fully vaccinated.
In community organizations that are working to prevent violence at the local level. And of course,
I can't wait to be fully vaccinated. I'm a young guy.
Attorney General Merrick Garland has taken this issue very seriously. We'll focus on ways that
I just don't believe in like
hate crimes against Asian
unproven medicine, and I don't want to say that I'm anti-homeopathic because there are things that do work. I believe in vaccination. I believe in certain medication like antibiotics when you have a bacteria infection.
as well as all women who are facing domestic violence. What occurred in Atlanta was a horrible mix of hate crime, racism, misogyny.
Yeah, Elvez, a lot of us have either gotten both vaccines or our very first vaccine. I'm not a nurse. I was a nurse's assistant at my hospital. I had started working several months before China even announced that they had a virus. I was there before COVID even hit the U.S., and I was there when New York got hit really bad with the virus. I've seen people of all ages die. I've seen people with no medical underlying issues die. I've seen people who were elderly die. I've seen people who were teenagers and die. And it fucked me up to the point where I was in a psychiatric hospital for 28 days. That's why I'm on 2 different antidepressants, but 3 days ago I was able to come off one of them because I'm stable now. So now I just take Zoloft. But, you know, when people say, oh, COVID's not real, it's a hoax, it doesn't kill you, it doesn't do this, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, bro, like, you haven't seen half the shit that I've seen. That's why when I hate it when people are like, it's not that big of a deal. How do you know? How do you know it's not that big of a deal? I've seen a 17-year-old dude die. I've seen a dude my age die, and neither of them had underlying health issues. It's rare, yeah, it's very rare, but it can happen. Or you could pass it on to someone who's not able to kick it and die from it. I don't see the whole, and look, I'm a Republican. I spilled the beans today. I'm a Republican. I don't see the issue with wearing a medical grade mask. Oh, I'm good now, Kyle. I'm good now. I'm stable. I'm good. I'm in therapy. Everything's going really well. It just, when I was there on the front lines at the hospital, it was crazy. And it was very sad. Because when a person's loved one was dying, originally you weren't allowed to be there to send them off. You either had to say goodbye on the phone or on like Zoom, like a video call. So this shit should have never happened. It should have never got into the U.S. It should have never got into any other country. China should have came out the second they had a problem and said, we got an outbreak. China stopped it from really going into the rest of China. Allegedly. They said there was only like 90,000 cases or something and 4,000 deaths or whatever. But I don't know. I don't trust that country and I don't trust that government right now.
One thing about my dad that I love so much is that he always called on me.
And I think there's reasons for that. I think we could all see.
To do our best and to not rest on our laurels and to have high standards and high expectations. And that's what he had for this country that he loves so much. He'd be calling on all of us to do better.
Well, you know, China probably lied about a bunch of shit too. They're not really being honest with who? The World Health Organization. They don't have a CDC there, do they? So it's just like they eat whatever the fuck they eat. If it came from animals. Or, you know, that lab was working on a strain of that virus. And several years ago, they were cited for health and safety regulation. So it's just like, I don't know, man. What did you do to recover, Cheryl? Like, how did you get COVID? Do you know who gave it to you? Do you know how you got it? What were your symptoms? How long were you sick for? Did you have to test negative to get out of quarantine? How long is the quarantine in Japan? Like, I have so many questions for you. You speak English. You should come up. You should come up and talk to us, Cheryl. But Japan is doing pretty well compared to the U.S. Cheryl, if you want to come up, I'll give you the link. You could come up and you could tell us your story.
American innovation. Stakes are high. Smart regulation will strengthen confidence in America's tech industry and promote our values around the world. Our leaders in Washington can help ensure that America preserves her competitive edge. Learn more.
So who climbs ladders to clean their gutters?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Climbing ladders is too dangerous. Leaf Filter puts an end to that. So how does it work? Leaf Filter's three-piece system filters out leaves and debris, letting water flow through freely.
Do we need to replace our gutters?
Great question. Leaf Filter can be installed right on top of your existing gutters.
Shout out to the 5 people that are still here. Let's see what's going on with the other channel. Let's see what's going on with wrestling. The KO show, Kevin Owens.
These past few weeks, I really tried to make it clear to Sami Zayn that even though I don't believe in all his conspiracy theories, I still
What's everybody up to tonight?
I'm still on his side. But
What part of Brazil are you in, Alves?
he nearly kicked
What part of Brazil are you in?
my shoulders when I was sitting right over there.
I'm trying to get a Brazilian wife. You know any single Brazilian girls?
I have a question, and the only person that can give me an answer to that question happens to be Sami Zayn. So Sami, get out here and answer my question right now. Come on, I'm really not in the mood to wait. Sammy, you either come out here and answer my question.
Interesting. So you were sick for 14 days. My cousin's husband, my husband-in-law, he got COVID and he only had symptoms for 1 day.
Am I sorry for what I did last week? And the answer is a
Alves. No regato? No regato?
yes, I am sorry. I truly am. I had no business.
Nice. Kakasawa TV is the best.
If I'm being honest, conspiracy stuff has been getting to my psyche.
Kurt, why are you begging Cheryl? What are you begging Cheryl for?
So absolutely, the answer
Kurt,
is yes, I'm sorry.
you're saying, ma'am, Cheryl, please. What? What are you asking Cheryl, Kara?
That's not what I want an answer to.
A Great Dane? I've only seen one Great Dane in Kara, what? Why are you saying, Sir Travis, please? What? What? What is it that you're trying to ask me? Did you ever test positive for the antibodies? Did you get blood work or what? Are you going to get the vaccine? Does Canada have the vaccines? What vaccines does Canada have? We have Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. We don't have the AstraZeneca one yet because they're being fucking shady.
Wait, no, there's more. I'm not even done. Listen, they're probably aware by now that I've been going back and forth with a certain Mr. Logan Paul. As in,
Do you have any other ones in Brazil, Elvis, or just AstraZeneca?
23 million subscribers on YouTube. Logan Paul. And guess what? He's into the documentary. He's into it, man. He's gonna help me get the word out. He's gonna help me get all these new eyeballs and they'll all see the conspiracy against me.
I gave you money for food yesterday, Kara. CDC has Pfizer and Astro and Johnson & Johnson. No Moderna in Canada?
He's gonna help me, Kevin. He's gonna help me make this huge, and then everyone will see. Everyone's gonna see. And yes, you can be a part of it. Sammy, I don't care about your documentary. I don't care about Logan Paul. I don't care whether
No, I'm not falling. I gave her $5 yesterday, but the thing with PayPal is you need to have, I think, at least $15 to take the money out. Good to have you here, CAD Vlog. I'm okay, CAD Vlog. I could be better. Good morning, CAD. Cheryl, I'm glad you're okay though now, right? You don't have any lingering symptoms. You're not a long hauler, are you? Like you're all better now, right? Da 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 da. Life goes on. What is this link you're posting, Alves? No problem, Kat. No, I believe you. I believe you, Cheryl. I think everybody here believes you. I don't think anybody thinks you're lying at all. All right. Well, I clicked on it, so you got $2. I'm not signing up for that shit, though. I'm sorry. I clicked on it, so hopefully you get the $2, and that's the only time I'm going to do that. How's your mom doing now, Alves? Is your mom okay now? So, what are the therapies that doctors and hospitals are giving to people that are very sick with COVID? Do you have like Regeneron? Do you have the synthetic antibody injection? Do you have um, remdesivir?
Same with my boat. The insurance bills are through the roof.
I'm Republic, but I'm not a hot single female. So, sorry, Kyle.
Superfund Beach Day, everybody.
When you buy this plant at Walmart, they can buy more plants from electronic greenhouses. So they even are to grow more plants. So they can hire them.
What? There's no vaccines yet in Brazil?
So more people start working over the days and start the business.
Are there lockdowns? Like, how are they stopping the spread? Dude, if I knew a hot single Republican woman, I'd be dating her.
Wow, thank you. You're the best. You're the most must-see WWE superstar of all time.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been there. Our New York hospitals came close to collapsing. Pfizer's a great vaccine. Pfizer's the best vaccine. Yeah, I mean you can't lock down for too long because then you hurt the economy. Our president said if our numbers continue to get worse, we're gonna have a lockdown. Coronavac? The fuck is that? How come we don't have that one? Coronavac. Coronavac. Also knows. Oh, this is the Sinovac one. This is Sinovac. This is the one from China. Brazil, Chile, Indonesia, Philippines, and Turkey. It's actually not too bad, though. Brazil announced results on January 13th showing 50.4 effective at preventing symptomatic infections, 78% effective in preventing mild cases needing treatment, and 100% effective in treating severe cases. Turkey announced on March 3rd showing an effective I can't fucking talk tonight. It was 83.5% good in Turkey. Indonesia 65.3. Why don't we have this one in America then? You know, we actually have stricter FDA and CDC rules. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, I know there's no lockdowns in Japan. My uncle lives in Japan. Japan did a very good job. Damn, that sucks, Alves. I got the vaccine, though. I even, like... Hold on one second. I think I have the card that they give you when you get vaccinated. I gotta figure out what I did with it, though. I gotta understand, like it's a new vaccine, but the technology has been around forever. So this is the without doxing myself, this is the card you get when you get back your first or second vaccine in America. And I got the Moderna one, sit it right there. And my next one is it is the 15th. I thought it was the 14th. There's the time and the date for my second vax. I take vitamin D and vitamin C sometimes. Cheryl. Records, it's good to have you in here, man. Yeah, I know a lot of people that are afraid to get the vaccine, but my entire family has gotten it and nothing's happened to us. I have relatives who got the vaccine at the end of December. Totally fine. It's safe and effective. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Yeah, but see the thing, Cheryl, in America, people don't want to wear masks. They think it's too political and it doesn't work. Yeah, that's what I got. I got Moderna and totally fine after the first shot. If I get a little sick after the second one, that's okay because that's normal. I think Pfizer and Moderna, those are like the gold standard. Those are like the best vaccines you could get right now. I wear a mask wherever I go. I wear an N95 mask wherever I go. I would wear either of those. I would wear a mask or I would wear an oxygen mask too. I'll wear anything that protects me. All right, let's switch over. Afraid, fear in America's communities of color. Attacks on Asian Americans on the rise. Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Really difficult conversation, especially in California. I live in Los Angeles. My kids go to a Los Angeles public school. It is predominantly kids of color, Black, Asian, and Latino. That's who makes up the Los Angeles public schools. And so for them, diversity.
Dude, you should check out my other videos on how I cured my acne with vitamin B5, also known as pantothenic acid. It's a vitamin. If you go and look at my earlier videos, I took that to clear up my adult acne. As you could see, I don't really have any acne, and I attribute that to that vitamin that I took. There's plenty of research out there. You can always ask your doctor too.
For a long time with their children. But there are going to be people who do not like you because of the way you look. And it is just a fact. And it's something you need to be aware of. Don't be afraid of it, but you have to be aware of it. Thank you, Cal, for sharing this story and your wonderful report.
Yeah, hold on. I'll show you the. I'll show you the bottle of what it is. So I usually get it on Amazon. If I can't get it on Amazon, you could get it on eBay, and there's plenty of research out there. So it's by Now Foods is the company, and then this is what it is: pantothenic acid, B complex vitamins, vitamin B5. I only took one in the morning and one at night. Some people say you need to take higher dosages of this, and it's impossible apparently to overdose on this because it's water soluble. So you'll just pee out whatever you don't use. But I just take one in the morning and one at night, and it keeps my skin clear. If you check out the reviews on Amazon of this, you'll see there's thousands of really good reviews. Or you could just type it on Google, pantothenic acid for acne. There's plenty of research out there for it. So this is what keeps my skin decent. Yeah, it's a little pill. So it looks like this. It's a vitamin. Yep, and that's what, Abigail, and this is what keeps my skin nice and smooth and clean and pimple and acne free. If you go back and see my other videos, there's tons of videos I did on this. You could get it on you could get it on eBay. You could get it on Amazon Prime. Pantothenic acid, vitamin B5. There's tons of research out there too. So do the research. And again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not endorsing you to do this. Maybe talk to your doctor or a dermatologist or someone in the medical field and see what they think. And if you think you're a candidate for you think you're a good candidate for it, then
Over my eyes. Put it in my, and someone put it in my mailbox, and I didn't tell anybody about it because I knew that.
Yeah, I have a ton of videos.
My little office. That
Zalo, you're still here.
I interacted with could have been the person.
Wait. You can ask a pharmacy to make vitamin B5. Can't you just order it on like Amazon or something? It's only like $7. Reynold, what's up? It's only $7.
And so this moment is out of this crisis. It's so interesting and comforting to hear the stories of so many other people who have.
I'm not sure if it's in shampoo though, Zale. Is it in shampoo?
Asians have been scapegoated throughout this country's history.
Yo, I need that, Alves. I need that. I need some Winstrol and Stanozol. And testosterone. I'm pretty sure I have low T. I need testosterone and anthate and Stanozol. I can order roids at a pharmacy. How? Don't be sorry. I'm glad you're still here, Zayla. I'm excited for you. $7 is expensive for you? $7 USD, which is what in pesos? Hi. Himmo.
Yeah, Lisa, I mean, thank you for sharing your stories because I can relate. I know George can relate.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live UFC watch along. Maybe I'll stream it. Yeah, but you want to get the pills. You want to get the vitamins, Alves. Pantothenic acid.
You and your family were rounded up, sent to an internment camp, along with, 120,000 other Japanese Americans during World War II. I'm curious to know, George, when you see what's happening now, some 80 years later, what's going through your mind?
There are the same echoes. I mean, we see people.
Kura, why are you posting that in my chat?
This country swept up by terror and looking at people that look like people that bombed Pearl Harbor with fear and suspicion and outright hatred. And
it's a $1.com register referral.
Were being led by the masses.
All right, Kura, I gave you every chance. I tried to be nice. Oh, you gotta go. I tried to be sympathetic towards her. She's a lady with kids. I tried to be nice. I told her several times nicely. Other people told her nicely.
Told the people that were being crushed by that depression. That
I get prescriptions with friends, doctors, and there's a special pharmacist who make meds just for you. Oh, cool.
He got swept up in the history.
I need Stanozol. I need like a fucking prescription fat burner to get all this weight off.
Which ordered all Japanese Americans to be summarily rounded up with no charges, no trial.
I tried, Zalo. I tried to be nice to Kura, but she keeps asking for money, and this is not the place to do it. This is not, this is not the soup kitchen.
I remember that vividly. As a matter of fact, I began school in response to Arkansas.
You want to come in here, make friends, sub to one another, get to know each other. Cool. But the second you start asking me or anybody for money, it's a wrap. Yeah, that's why you got to use a water-based testosterone. A water-based testosterone supplement, not an oil-based supplement. Abigail, I've been trying to help her. I gave her some money yesterday. We all told her to stop, Abigail, and she continues to ask for money. This is not a homeless shelter. This is not a soup kitchen for the homeless. This is not where you come here and ask me or anybody for money. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. Money's tight for everybody right now. I'll try to be nice and help out when I can, but this is not the time and place to do it. Testosterone in your skin. You probably used an oil-based steroid and not a water-based steroid. If you use a oil-based steroid, you will get symptoms like that, and you will get bad skin from it.
On the Asian massage parlors, and I know you found that these women are some of the most marginalized people in our society.
You need filet mignon? I had lobster today, so I'm good.
I'm sure you and I could trade stories about that for hours. I think you raised a really good point, and especially that video that you played of Kamala Harris saying what she said just a couple of years ago. There's a huge difference. I mean, even at the peak during.
I know. We asked her to stop, Abigail, and Kara kept doing it, so I had to ban her.
But it is way more than what it was at the
I had to ban her.
of the Obama presidency, and we're not even into, we're not even into.
I sent her $5 yesterday, and I told her that's all I was going to send. I'll start taking Accutane soon. I'm pretty much fucked up. I took Accutane like a little over a year ago. It's best to get blood work, Alves, and then just, take it. I think most people take Accutane for 5 to 6 months. Just be careful with it. It's a powerful drug.
Yeah, no, I agree. Leslie, the euphemisms game here is just nauseating. This is obviously a crisis.
By concentration, you mean the brand,
You don't acknowledge a crisis.
the brand and the milligrams?
Or imply you're not interested in solving it. I mean, do you agree or disagree that this is a crisis?
I've said all along that it's a.
So do you know when you're going to start taking Accutane, Alves?
And let's look at numbers, okay? And I want to talk about the media, because before this segment and before other shows that I did today, when you look at all of the pushback and the fact checking, even CNN fact checked Joe Biden.
The milligrams was the first 2 months.
Were being turned around at a higher rate. It's 41%.
Yeah, she's Filipina.
70% are being turned away.
Is 250 pesos good? Because I gave her $5 in US. The milligrams were for the first 2 or 3 months, 20 milligrams in the morning, 20 milligrams at night, and then the last couple months it was 40 milligrams in the morning, 40 milligrams at night. No, you cannot, Zalo, because you will have crazy side effects. Yeah, I learned my lesson, Abigail. I'm not going to give them any more money. Yeah, I would just say, dude, Alves, just when you start your Accutane, make sure you're on it, for at least 5 to 6 months, and get blood work done every month.
17 years, by the way, crossing has been highest in January, February, and March over our borders, even at the checkpoints.
Yeah, Leslie, I get that, but facts and data kind of matter, right? You agree? You believe in numbers and stuff, right? So I have the numbers right here. So in the last season, we had 66,000. Dana, I'll have you respond, and Leslie, I'll come back to you. But we had 66,000 was the peak during the season under the Trump administration. Dana, we've now had 100,000 under Biden.
It's not even close. We haven't had a number like that in the last 10 years. I mean, if facts and data matter, by what metric is this not exploding crisis?
I was fine when I was on it, though. I was on it 4 different times. I was on it a lot when I was younger because I had really bad skin.
Whether it's regulations on asylum or NPP, et cetera. But at the same time, that seems to intimate that the United States has a responsibility to solve the economic problems of every other country. Every other country in the world has its own issues, but not every other country in the world, Dan, is expected to just open its borders and allow everyone in and smear and have their character impugned if we choose to do as every other country, including Mexico, chooses to do, which is to be a little bit more deliberate about the process when people are coming in. I mean, this has been a problem for a long time, and Republicans and Democrats have to kick the can down the road. But I think the issue with this is the way that the press is treating it and the way that the press is covering it. To go back to that original point, you saw the press. I mean, I remember back in 2016.
I don't know if she was being truthful, Abigail. I think she might have been scamming me.
I think that was one of the phrases used. Nobody's talking about that now. You don't see any of those articles in the press about that. You don't see any Democrats down.
I mean, I help people when I can, but this woman was asking me money every day, and it's like, dude, like, what do you think it is here? I'm not a millionaire, I'm on tough times too.
Lindsay, I'm sorry, I'm running. I'm just out of time. I'm sorry. I have to get back to that time. A great debate. Thanks a lot, ladies. I really appreciate it. Coming up is Nancy Pelosi trying to steal a House seat from the GOP, of course. Senator Joni Ernst will be there. Plus, another day.
I can't stand Fox News sometimes, though. How old is your son, Abigail? Zalo, have you been in any of Tori's streams? I keep missing them.
Welcome back. This hour is about honest conversation, but also looking for solutions. To that end,
Maybe one day, Abigail. Maybe one day I will be when I'm successful in here. Yeah, I haven't really been in them either. I'm either like falling asleep or I don't know. I never catch them anymore. Zalo is from the U.S., Abigail. She's from here. She's from the U.S.
Please don't come close to me. Please don't come close to me. Please don't come close to me. Please calm down.
Oh, they're showing the lady that was in New York Central Park calling the police on a black man because he was filming her, which is not illegal. I remember that. Christian Cooper taped encounter last year with white woman who threatened to call police on him. Thank God he filmed it. That is very sad, Abigail. Is the brother in jail? I hope he's in jail.
In case of emergency, break glass. Honest conversation, I know that if I'm in a situation like that, the other person has the hammer to break that glass if they ever feel too uncomfortable or if it's a little too adversarial. And when I heard Amy Cooper say an African American man is threatening my life, that call would have been no less urgent if she was saying man is threatening my life. She broke the glass. How would you describe and explain that awareness?
Well, clearly she was trying to get the answer in our confrontation, and she went to a very dark place. She stepped into a very dark place in American sustainability. And the most interesting thing, I think, in all of that is who she says it to. She says, I'm going to call the police, I'm going to tell them that the African American man is threatening my
I know I'm African American. I've known it for years. So why is she telling me that she's telling me this racial?
Yeah, Abigail's up in the Philippines. Mr. Peanut Butter is back. Mr. Peanut Butter.
Unfortunately, not surprising. But she wants
What's up, Peanut Butter? What are you doing? Yeah, that's a very sad story, Abigail. I hope the killer is in jail, though.
Yeah, for example, with this conversation about fear in communities of color, we should also talk about the fear of communities of color. Black men, 3 times as likely as whites to be killed in incidents with police. We've watched so many videos like yours of white women calling the police.
Wait, so the brother shot his own brother and he's not in jail? Nobody was punished? So no one called the cops? Like, what's going on here, Abigail? No one called policia? Do you still see the baby's father's family? Like, do you still see your mother-in-law and the brother that shot your husband? Or watching the Rugrats? Peanut butter and drinking single malt scotch. That sounds like the pedophile Friday night combo, Peanut Butter. I gotta pee real bad. Been holding it in since Nashville.
And we have to recognize that, and we have to, as individuals, push back on it from if they're bringing fear from the top down, we've got to push back from the bottom up and say, we know we're not going to stand for that. We're going to do what we can.
Wow, if that was America, so where do like your relatives and his friends and his coworkers think the father of your baby is? Do they think he just went to like a different country? Like I don't understand why nothing was done. Oh, you don't see them anymore. Okay. But don't people ask where he is? Or what happened to your baby's father? Like your family? I'm so confused.
What happened to me was important in that it let people
Watching the Rugrats and drinking single malt scotch. LOL, give me a break. I've been in lockdown for months. Dude. That's the TCAP special right there, Peanut Butter. You guys had the Rugrats in the UK? The Rugrats are an American show, though.
A tendency to talking about other people, but in particular Americans, the tendency to we are by the nature of our brown skin to be identified as an inherent menace, and that is big. We've got to find a way to do that because it's costing lives, our lives.
I'm right though. The Rugrats were an American show, so how did you get access to the Rugrats in the early '90s in the UK? Hmm.
There obviously needs to be some work done. And listen, this is a great conversation, and I think it's good that we're having it. But it seems like every time there's an incident involving race, we have these.
So you had Nickelodeon in the UK in the early '90s?
Talk about the work that has to happen.
That's interesting. I never knew that. Because we don't got no fucking British shows. We ain't got no fucking British Nickelodeon cartoons up in America. I ain't got no fucking British shows. I got the BBC bullshit. That's sad, Abigail. Smiley, what's up? Oh, that's interesting, Zayla.
Consciously that I'm not aware of. And then you gotta make yourself aware of it and retake the response. That's a start. It's not easy. And honestly, we're all letting ourselves off the hook a little bit because, if we talk beyond just, here that Americans, talk about, what happened to the Asian Americans in Georgia. There's an othering that goes on in all directions. And again, it's up to us, because there are people who are fomenting it from the top, who want to be fearful, who want to fear each other. It's up to us at the bottom, us ordinary folks, to push back and say, okay, I'm not going to other that institution.
Yeah, that's still very sad, though.
I'm not going to.
Abigail. That's good, Smiley. Smiley, I'm almost at 3,200. I need like 30 more bananas.
How we face racism is different, it's not the same, but we are
My
all
nose is running again.
so we should not otherwise other communities. We have to work to be independent of people in power. White Americans, we have some fine directional directions and keyword that we can use.
Shit.
Within minority groups. Technical prevention.
Well, of increased concern right now in this country, hate groups, it's our side and reporting on hate groups in 2016.
Rami?
And therefore, we have the possibility of
Yeah, me and KT Zero, we have twin boys, Abigail. Me and Zero, we have twin boys. Bobby and Timmy.
All right, joining us now, Sarah Feiner, and Sarah.
It was a melatonin.
Reporting on hate groups since 2016.
It was a melatonin I was taking.
You have no problem challenging them as a reporter. You went toe to toe with hate. Personally, what's it been like?
I saw that video of Rami though, where he like snorts something and then he goes, "Damn!" Hold on, I think I have the video on my phone. Oh, yeah, me and Zila, we have twin boys. They're both two, Bobby and Timmy. Me and Zila are not together anymore though. But we remain close friends. We remain friends. We had kids 2 years ago together, and it didn't work out. We're better off being pals, right, Zila? Rami doing drugs. Fuck, where's that video? Rami. I have full custody of him. You have twin? Yeah, we have twins. Yeah, we're not together anymore though. We're just friends now, Abigail. Where is the fucking Rami snorts video? Oh, I got it, Zalo. I got it.
But yo, like this guy jumping video, but it's all good. It ain't
You have an entire world in front of you on the computer. But what I know when I'm talking to them is...
Yeah, me and Zalo, we had twins.
Out the way. It's time to fucking expose them. They're supposed to be working together.
Me and Zalo used to be together 2 years ago. Zalo got pregnant because I couldn't pull out fast enough, and we had twin boys. We separated, and we decided just to be good parents but friends, but I have full custody of the two boys. So I should be asking her for the money because I need that child support, sister.
And then on the other end, I'm endlessly getting my proverbial teeth kicked in every time I speak to one of these extremists because readers and viewers, some of them...
Thank you, Aaron Jackson. Jackson, I'm not streaming. I can't say stream because it's illegal, but I'm doing a watch along for the big UFC fights tomorrow. There's some big ass fights tomorrow. Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou. Who do you think puts them in Catholic school, Zalo? Yes, Cheryl, I have 2 kids with Zalo. Who paid for St. Anthony's Catholic School in Huntington Station, Long Island, New York, Zalo? Who pays for their sneakers? And yeah, I know they're only 2, but they're going to Catholic school early because I want them to have an edge on their competition. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, it's Swim Boys. Nice, Cheryl. Nice. I should have been an actor. Oh God, peanut butter. Oh God.
This is the sound of an asthma attack. That doesn't happen. This is the sound of better breathing. The sunrise is different kind
No, they don't peanut butter.
It's not a steroid or inhaler. The sunrise
Oh God.
treatment for asthma driven by eosinophils. It's 1 maintenance dose every 8 weeks. It helps prevent asthma attacks, improve breathing, and lower use of oral steroids. Nearly 7 out of 10 adults with asthma may have elevated eosinophils.
MICKEYMOUSE. It's 616. I don't know what you're talking about, Alvis.
Get help right away if you have swelling of your face, mouth, and tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop your asthma treatment unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Headache and sore throat may occur. This is the sound of the sunrise. Ask your doctor about the sunrise. If it sounds like a medication, let it be
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Those just look like numbers. Abigail, you're crazy. Probably when I would come into work, they would be wheeling out on a gurney dead bodies of people that died from COVID and putting them in shelves inside freezer trucks. That's probably the craziest thing I've seen, Alves. I say boom, boom, boom. Let me hear say wayo.
Your voice is heard, and we ask you to weigh in and be clear on this question. What can people do to be an ally to communities of color fighting hate? Some of your answers you can see in the bottom of the screen throughout the program. Investigators in Boulder are still trying to find a way to national grocery stores and national Georgia. Gatherings across the country by Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, their allies, calling for an end to racist against
But tonight, three people help remind us how racial and ethnic hatred fueled so many major attacks in this country, how the pain from that prejudice will stay forever. In the chorus, while two family members in El Paso, 23 lives. Prosecutors say the suspect was a racist and thought he was their manifesto. Rabbi Jeffrey Myers continues to serve in Street Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, where 11 people were shot dead in an anti-Semitic attack in Urban District. And Jennifer Pinckney's husband was a pastor at Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston. He was among 9 people shot and killed by a racist white gunman in a historically black house.
Live sports pitches.
I know, Abigail. I know.
Outside the synagogue and getting after. What has it been like to carry that with you every day? To carry the knowledge that there are Americans out there that view Jews as a problem that needed to be solved somehow with violence?
Well, thank you for having me. It's a great question. I grew up with anti-Semitism as a child, so it's not new to me. Nor is it new to me.
What's everybody doing tonight?
So regardless, the world's oldest disease has been in existence ever since Jews have been in existence.
Dog stops car to help save owner who suffered a seizure. That's interesting. See you later, Abigail.
This adorable dog is named Clover, and while she doesn't look like a hero, she is. When her owner had a seizure and collapsed, Clover blocked traffic to get help.
You're looking at a hero. A big
Nova guy, welcome back. Elvis, just chilling. Same here, man.
Haley Moore was walking her dog when she suffered a sudden seizure. I spoke with Haley and her sister Riley.
All I remember is waking up in the ambulance and being very confused.
Surveillance video from across the street shows Clover in
Muggs, hey Muggs. Good morning, Muggs.
wake her. Then something remarkable happens. One car zips by and it seems to give Clover an idea. She runs into the middle of the street as if to say, "Stop," in the name of the dog. Sure enough, the oncoming vehicle comes to a halt. The driver jumps out and goes over to help.
It was really impressive. The dog Clover actually blocked my way. She kind of backed into the road to block the truck.
Is very loyal and protective.
It's really fascinating to watch.
We asked veterinarian Dr. Jeff Werber to look at the video.
So it's amazing how natural instinct really plays such a major role in this. But also, when a dog is stressed and they're anxious, they obviously have learned that maybe to get help is the answer.
Haley says she is forever thankful.
I'm very grateful for her saving my life.
Interesting.
It first this sense of protection that one would feel, you know.
That's why I love dogs. Dogs are so smart. Cats suck.
Felt when she was in her church. You know, it's a sense of safety that will never be the same.
So I have to ask you, with this surge you're now seeing, the migrants again at the border right now, and the focus returning to immigration, do you worry about or have fear of another attack?
Yeah, I'm Republican, but I didn't vote for Trump.
Looking over your shoulder?
Personally, I avoid large crowds and I also avoid Walmart. I avoid going to any place that gives me any sort of reminder of what had happened here. I even just for a second with being near that Walmart, it does give me anxiety, it does confuse me within me. And I know that that's something that some people are, you know, can tell me that we're not supposed to live in fear. But
What are you, Alves?
that we do live in this country where mass shootings are
What
happening.
political groups do you got in Brazil?
So where we have to go from here.
I don't find him funny anymore, man. I think he's more of a nuisance than anything.
By our government actually taking the proper measures to ban these assault weapons that have been able to cause so much destruction within our country. I think that right now what we're seeing with the Biden administration talking about the measures that he can do to move forward with better background checks, you know, limiting people to be able to get these guns, because I think that if we made it harder for people.
There's Nova Guy's link. Check him out.
As hard it is for people to get mental health.
There's only 2 people in here right now.
Help in a crisis. I would not have to be so afraid, especially being on board if I knew that something was being done about these weapons.
Oh, I see. That's how it goes in Brazil, huh?
I was in Charleston after that shooting, and there were people everywhere bringing flowers, candles.
Yeah, it is kind of confusing.
He said in an interview a couple of years ago that immediately after the shooting, there were lots of people around. The phone was constantly ringing, but then after a while, everything just stopped, and people moved on. Almost 6 years now. How are you feeling after this has now become silent for so many?
Well, after hearing about, I'm actually doing all right. But whenever you hear about all of the mass shootings that continue to take place, it takes me back to that actual spot. It takes me back to Mother Amanda. It takes me back to hearing gunshots and the commotion that went on. It takes me back to when all the family members were in a hotel waiting to hear about a loved one. And then once they found out,
See you later, Mugs.
And crying out and so forth. It takes me back to when the coroner told me that Clemente was one of the deceased. You know, the mass shootings continue to happen, and it's like constantly. Years may have passed, but you still can't help but to think about your own self as to what happened to you, and then your heart goes out to those individuals that have current.
They're showing Charleston, South Carolina shooting from 2015. Another sad mass shooting that didn't need to take place.
Has been, brutally killed. Until you walk in our shoes, you don't fully get, you don't fully understand the grief of it. You have to live there, you have to walk it to understand.
No, I don't think we're getting extinct.
I continue to stay strong.
I don't think we're getting extinct, dude.
That I'm raising them, and they're doing extremely exceptionally well.
I just think everyone's all pent up and not in their right mind because of the pandemic. What's up, Bonine?
With 2020 actually having the highest number of hate-motivated killings since the FBI started keeping records of that in the 1990s. How did this get better?
I think that communities that are being threatened, regardless of their religion, their color, their sexual orientation, will need to work together because there's far more that unites us than separates us. We need to work together to be able to pull each other.
How do you know them, Bonine Vlog? First of all,
America has not been a welcoming country to immigrants despite the Baltic values. It doesn't mean that it can't become something better. It's still democracy, progress. So any ways that we can work together, all of our communities, to be able to find our commonalities, work to make our country a better country. Because
my problem is panhandling and begging for money. That's what my problem is. We don't do that here on this stream.
Yeah, Anderson, and the thing is that even within the white supremacist viewpoint, even multiracial people are together, right? So, even me as a person who, quote unquote, has skin in the game, according to these white supremacists, it still doesn't matter to them, right? And so, for me, it really is something where we're just going to move forward, and in this world where, we're going to work with one another exactly how the rabbi was saying. He's so right in saying that it is only going to be an issue that will be properly addressed once we all come together and understand that this is something that we are all facing together, that this is something that the violence, like hatred, we're talking about, xenophobia, the racism, every single thing together, it's all tied together in, what academics call intersectional ways. Every single thing is connected. So until we address everything together, until once again we see something that happens to you,
I gotta get my charger. I gotta pee real bad.
no longer afford to move into an environment, regardless of what they belong to. You no longer afford to
Oh, cool, Bunya. Those are two of my favorite people in the whole wide world right now.
large scale level between every single one of us. And I think that's something that will only happen by continuing conversations like this one.
Torres, Rabbi Dr. Meyer, thank you so much for your time today. I'm sorry we're talking in these circumstances. I wish you all continued strength. I want to also thank my co-anchors for this hour and the Walker, Blackwell and I. Thank you so much for the continuing discussion, conversation. That's it for this special hour. Afraid, fear,
I gotta go get my charger.
Top of the hour, this is CNN Tonight. I'm John Lemon. So glad you could join us because we have a core of things to talk about right now, and that is Jim Crow 2.0, alive and well in 2021. Georgia's governor signing a bill that is nothing less than an assault on the right to vote, surrounded by white men, while an elected representative, a black woman, is arrested for knocking on the door.
How close to her like that? So why are y'all being how close? But why does he have to step back? Why is the governor trying to sign something in private? Why is he keeping it represented? The governor is signing a bill that affects all Georgians. Why is he doing it in private? And why is he trying to keep elected officials who are representing us out of the
Damn fucking plug. Okay.
Give her one more time, like you're gonna do something.
All right. Ah, my fucking legs are killing me. Ah. Ah, thanks, Ed. You have a jacket, Bunny, or whatever your name is. Ed, I need like 40 more subs to get to 3,200. Actually, I need 31. I need 31 subs. My love has entered the building. Shay. My future lover, Shay, is in. Oh, man. Hi, Lynn. Not right now, no. Yeah. Shay, when I reach, what did I say? When I reach 10,000 subscribers, I'll fly you out to New York. What was the number? Was it 10,000 or 5,000? Yeah, I just need 30 subs and then I hit 3,200. How crazy is that, Ed? I'm trying to catch up to you, Ed. Oh, look at that. You have a video on your channel where you did a mukbang, Ed. Pizza mukbang? Oh, let me screen share this. This is interesting. Thank you, Donna Soto.
While the bill that is designed to keep people of color from voting was signed into law. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, today angrily calling the bill an atrocity.
An atrocity. The idea, you want any indication that it has nothing to do with fairness, nothing to do with decency. They pass a law saying you can't provide water for people standing in line while they're waiting to vote. You don't need anything else to know that this is nothing but punitive, designed to keep people from voting. You can't provide water for people about to vote. Give me no credit.
That is the duly elected president, that is the president of the United States, who was elected by a free and fair election, the most secure election.
You want to watch one of Ed's videos after we get through these advertisements.
So think about that for just a minute. It's now a crime in Georgia to
Hold on.
give water to voters voting online. Think about how that's going to look. Imagine arresting someone for handing a bottle of water to an elderly black man who lived through the last fight for the right to vote. Somebody. Take a look at who what's up, everyone. Targeted by here. Welcome back to my channel. It's one of the most sacred rights.
Go! Pizza, yes, yes.
That ain't no New York pizza though, bro. Hi Shay, I'm doing good. Hi T Koi, nice of you to show up. Ed, I have to break it to you. That's not how New York style pizza looks. Close, but not quite. Do you eat the whole thing, Ed? Yeah, now that doesn't look anything like New York pizza. The crust is too soft. Yeah, that looks like Filipino pizza, Ed.
And so for Sunday after church, right, all these Christians in America,
Yeah, that looks like some cheap, crappy pizza, Ed. I'm sorry. That's not how New York pizza looks at all. But I like that you did a mukbang. That's cool, Ed. Interesting. I'll do a pizza mukbang. I'll show you what pizza looks like in New York, Ed. As long as the Filipinos loosen the restrictions, come here. No, you're coming here, Shay. You're coming to New York when I reach 10K. Balina Strikes. How are you, friend? I'm good. How are you, Balina? Some of you have really tough names to pronounce. Yeah, but Ed's pizza didn't look like New York pizza. New York pizza looks better. Yes, Ed, it's true. There's two girls that were asking me for money. They are both banned. Yeah, but you got to see real, authentic New York pizza from New York. Because there's nothing like pizza from New York.
And against Georgia's Republican control legislature, this is really important. Governors, Republican control legislature, the power to take over local election voting. And if you have any question at all,
It happens all the time, Don. Believe it or not, it happens here in New York. People ask me for money all the time. It is what it is. Let's keep running.
couldn't give the former president what he wanted.
She 80. We don't even do pizza by inches in New York, Shay. We just do it by how great it tastes. That's why I'm going to fly you out here, Shay, when I reach 10K.
That is the truth, and you all know it's the truth, and they know it's the truth. Changing the law to make it part of the Democratic voters, many of them people of color, to cast their ballot. President Biden calling it Jim Crow in the 21st century, urging Congress to pass the Voting Rights Bill. Going on to say that he's going to take his case to the American people and quote, if you have the best ideas, you have nothing to hide. Let the people vote. The Republicans, like Georgia's governor, are just doing anything they can to get back in good graces of the president.
Well, it wasn't a voting rights bill. It was an election security bill that actually increases early voting opportunities on the weekend here in Georgia. Also requires a
Shay's going to come here to New York when I reach 10K, guys.
in person, and it continues to, I think, will allow Georgia to have secure, accessible, fair elections in Georgia.
By the way, no the election laws and rules in Georgia were Republican. And now they're changing because it doesn't suit them. This is not about election security. Not when you're making it a crime to give food or water to the line.
You've never been to the United States, right, Shay? Edsel, we don't even do pizza by inches. We just do it by how it's made. See you later, Donna. Thanks for being here, Donna. I guess that's something you do in the Philippines. You do pizza by inches. We just do it by like how it's made and slices, and we have all different things we put on our pizza in New York.
Well, they try to take down our government. We all know what this is about. We have seen it for ourselves. This is about the big lie. The big lie that the election.
You're gonna need a passport, though, Shay.
Fake. Fake. So everything that stems from it is very, very.
There's a lot to do in New York. There's a lot of fun things to do. And you speak and write in English, right? Not only do you type English, but you could speak it and understand it as well. Obviously.
Sued $1.6 billion by Dominion. And it's complaint against the network. Dominion lays it out again and again how Fox anchors parroted bogus claims about non-existent voter fraud.
And Sydney, we talked about the Dominion software. I know that there were voting irregularities. Tell me about that.
That's to put it mildly. The computer glitches could not and should not have happened at all. That's where the fraud took place, where they were flipping votes in the computer system or adding votes that did not exist.
Sounds like vodka sauce. Vodka sauce. But we have something called Grandma Pizza. Grandma Pizza in Long Island, New York. It's the best type of pizza you'll ever have.
And I'm very concerned and involved not only Dominion and its Smartmatic software, but that the software essentially was used by other election machines.
I like not so much the white sauce, maybe the squirt sauce that some girls have.
These electronic voting companies.
Zalo, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about squirters? Oh yeah, Chicago pizza is called deep dish pizza. I think in New York we call it pan pizza. Do you think that's a talent, Zalo, or is it just gross? Or is it both? Because I knew a girl that could do that, and I didn't think it was gross. I thought it was talented, but other people thought it was gross. I just say, hey, if you got a talent, You know, that's cool because some people don't have talents.
And then there is the second big lie that nothing really happens.
You don't believe in it, Taylor? What do you think it is? Someone just urinating on someone? What do you think it is? That across the room thing? I don't believe in it. What is it then? It can happen. It can happen. And it's not like a stream. It's like a. I don't have a problem if chicks could do that. Like, hey, good for you.
Lean towards the right, and they wave American flags. In many cases, they're waving the American flag, and they love our country. It was zero.
I think you raise some good points. I think you raise some good points, Zalo. Maybe some of it's faked or overdone, and then maybe some of it's real and it is a talent. You know what we call them in? You know what we call that in New York? The white whale. I don't think Shay knows what we're talking about, Zalo. Anyways, we have something called a vodka sauce, Shay, and we have a baked ziti slice of pizza. It's pretty good. Yes, we call it the white whale because it's like the Moby Dick. It's like the urban legend. You know, it's like a myth.
They were beating police with the flag. That's the kind of flag that they were waving. That's what they were. We saw it. You'll never forget what you saw on that day at the sea.
You know what's really good? The buffalo chicken slice. That's pretty good.
And now we see elected officials waging an assault on one of the most precious rights we have in America. That's the right to vote. Jim Crow 2.0. Alive and well in 2021.
Shay, what part of the Philippines are you in? Shay?
This is why someone was arrested.
How did you learn how to speak English and write in English if you're from the Philippines?
Magic, basically. Jail time.
Magic.
Outrageous.
Yeah, that's what Alfredo sauce. Yeah, Zalo. Pineapple is interesting. That I think that's called Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple and fried ham.
And in this moment, we're going to stand up for that sacred American right, one person, one vote.
I like garlic bread too. I just can't eat a lot of bread. My mom makes homemade garlic bread sometimes.
Sleep soundly tonight from the brand that more families trust for quality and timeless protection. In YouTube. Now Simparica Trio simplifies protection. Take it, please. See ya.
Heartworm disease? No way.
Simparica Trio is the first chewable that delivers always protection. And Simparica Trio is demonstrated safe for puppies. It's simple.
Fettuccine Alfredo is pretty good too.
Neurologic adverse reactions, including seizures, use with caution in dogs with history of these disorders. Protecting with all your heart. Simparica Trio.
Zayla, do the Bugs Bunny challenge.
Looking to repair dry, damaged hair?
Zayla's gonna do the TikTok Bugs Bunny challenge.
Moisture Renewal Conditioner. Its color-safe formula uses smart conditioners to micro-target damage, helping to repair hair without weighing it down. Try Pantene.
Jenny Craig works. Introducing Rapid Results Max, our most effective weight loss program ever. You can lose up to 17 pounds in your first 4 weeks. Limited time offer.
Yeah, it's been really sunny. Look it up, Zalo. I don't know if I can play those videos on here. You'll get a lot of views if you do it. Oh, okay. So that's why you know how to speak English, Jay. You live with family, Shay?
Focus Factor has been clinically shown to improve memory, concentration, and focus. It improves verbal learning and short-term memory by 44%. So get your Einstein on. Yo! Focus Factor. Beat your Einstein.
This is the absolutely go-to color print. No more buying cartridges. Big intense. Lots of it. Print them out. This many pages. The new Anthony Professor. Bill and Jill.
Imagine your girl sending you a video of her doing this trend.
Because you make your feet back here, you wiggle them like their ears, and then you push your ass up like that, and then Bugs Bunny. I can't really do it because I'm not a chick, but yeah. You'll get a ton of views, Zalo. Oh, cool. Is your grandfather going to get the vaccine, Jay?
So President Biden is planning towards a sweeping new election law which restricts access to voting, calling it an atrocity and Jim Crow in the 21st century. And White House officials expressing deep concerns about the arrest of Georgia State Representative Park Cannon, who knocked on Governor Brian Kemp's office door as he was signing a bill by She's facing 2 felony charges for obstruction and disruption. Joining me now is Gerald Briggs. Gerald Briggs is a representative for Representative Cannon's attorney, I should say. Thank you for joining us, Attorney Briggs. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, Don. How is Representative Cannon?
Basically a bunch of girls. What's the Benadryl challenge? I take Benadryl every night. Benadryl helps my allergies. It helps me sleep at night. It's basically girls with daddy issues, Zalo. I'm not slut shaming. I'm just like, all these channels make girls look like whores. That's not good. I only take one little Benadryl every once in a while. I don't drink the whole bottle or anything like. I take the standard recommended dose.
What do you want people around the country to know about this situation and about your client? I want them to know that Park Cannon has served.
Remember the Tide Pod challenge, Zalo? How stupid was that? People were swallowing fucking Tide Pods.
She did that. She continues to do that, and she plans on doing that. And I want people of America to know that Georgia's on the front line. We're fighting for voting rights as we always have.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do. I'll do the Bugs Bunny challenge before I do the Benadryl challenge. I'll do the small waist, pretty face, and a big bank before I do the Benadryl challenge. All right.
One step further backwards, but we don't go to 1850, not 1950, but we stand up and protect our voting rights. Did she tell you what was her goal for knocking on the door?
I don't have the track to do it though. Because I got a small face and a small waist, pretty face, and a big bank. Hating on me, but you're my mama's age. I think that's what they do. Do that challenge, Zalo.
So, I asked if she was scared, and who wouldn't be facing this, right?
Who wouldn't be worried about tooth on drugs? What?
My 93-year-old grandpa got the vaccine, Shay.
How do you plan to fight it? Well, he's facing up to 8 years in prison. We're planning on having conversations with the district attorney, hopefully to convince her to dismiss the charges. But if not, we're going to take this case all the way to jury trial and convince the jury that she did not violate any code section in the Georgia Code and that she should not have been arrested. So she's resolute. We have a great team that we've compiled. We've compiled the witnesses. Many people have already seen the videos. We're continuing to get the rest of the videos, and we're going to fight this case all the way to jury trial. Governor Kemp was asked about Kenan, and this is what he said.
As far as Representative Cannon, you'd have to question or ask the Georgia Department of Public Safety about what happened there. It's unfortunate that a sitting state representative would actually stomp and kick a Georgia State Patrol officer.
You want to respond to that? Governor, respectfully, with the evidence of that, and a jury will see all of the videos. So I would just.
I'm totally fine. My grandpa is totally fine. Zalo is correct. I got the vaccine though too, man. Here's my vaccine card. I'm totally fine.
To Rosa Parks, right? To civil rights activists or lawmakers who are fighting for the civil rights movement. That she has now become the face of modern day voter suppression, the fight against modern day voter suppression. Do you understand that? Do you understand the significance of that? And that people actually want to see her, and they want to hear from her because they want to support her. Yes, we definitely understand the historical moment that we're in. She embraces that. She will speak at some point. But we
This is the show with GoPro with the one and only guy that asked me to just finish up the press conference. A little bit of antics right that he shoved you in the end. How do you feel?
Feel like I antagonized him to the proper amount.
What do you think he felt when you kept bringing up his older brother Logan? Boy, you think he got under his skin?
He definitely didn't like that when it took on his little brother. He definitely didn't like the part when I asked him how many times Logan whoops his ass.
I think the show remember.
Now, do we?
What does that look like? Is this Jim Crow 2.0? It's obviously Jim Crow 2.0, and they need to understand that we are our ancestors, so we will fight back just like they fought back against Jim Crow 1.0. And so we understand how bad the optics are for that many Caucasian individuals to be signing a bill that
Enjoy your brunch, Shay.
under a pain of a plantation. The optics could not be worse for Georgia. But the good thing about Georgia is we have produced the civil rights movement, and I'm hopeful that we produce results from the movement, and we will push back on this attempt to drive us back into a far gone era. So I'm asking just for the folks at home, because I know they've been asking me, and I know what I've been reading. They want to know how do I help her? How do we support her? That's what they want to know. What do you say to those folks? We have to get the district attorney to drop the charge. We have folks around the country. I'm talking about beyond Georgia. I'm saying you have people around the country, quite frankly, worldwide who are watching. This is the international show. Go on. Yes, we have to make sure that everyone around the world understands the fight that we are in. You know, Georgia delivered in November, it delivered in January. It's time for the world to deliver for Georgia and protect Georgia's rights. So we have to make sure that we suspend the filibuster rule and we pass H.R. 1 and H.R. 4, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, to complete the goal of John Lewis, and that's protecting our voting rights. So that's what the world can do. The world can demand that we protect voting rights not only in Georgia, but for the entire country, so we do not go back.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do the same in about 5 minutes, Zalo. Plus, I got to put our twin boys to bed. So, yeah, there's that. Since I'm the best parent ever. Thanks for being here, Zalo, and everybody else. I got to figure out what time the fights start tomorrow. Let's see.
Need a change of scenery? Kayak searches hundreds of travel sites for flights with no change fees.
So you can book a great deal now.
Early prelims start at 7:30, so I'll probably start my stream tomorrow around 7:30 p.m.
Out here, we know you're ready for a fresh start in a new season. When gardeners dig into fresh ground, when landowners need a little horsepower, get property looking its best, and when taking care of pets and animals gives us
Yeah, it's been nice.
Out here, 42,000 of us in over 1,900 Tractor Supply stores are here to help with homegrown know-how and everything you need for spring, and with the services that make shopping easier than ever. Tractor Supply, everything for your life out here.
I'm impressed. I've been telling everyone, the secret to great teeth is having healthy gums. Keep yours healthy with new Crest Advanced Gum.
All right, I'm gonna end. I'll be live tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York. Thank you, everyone, for being with me again. I'm actually starting to get a little tired myself. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.